Greetings, esteemed viewers. I'm Brian.
I'm Austin.
And I'm Ariel. And we're Fixed Cops.
Ariel, you sound exasperated. Why you exasperated?
Oh, no reason.
No reason? Nothing? This is completely just normal recording session thing of Donkey Kong. Totally the first time we've done it, and totally not for a stupid reason. And we're doing it again.
Can I just interject this very important explanation that you're not giving and say that cake looks fucking disgusting?
Well, they are gorillas, so they probably have different tastes than you and me, Ariel. Stop being culturally insensitive.
Brian, I hate gorillas or monkeys or whatever the fuck Donkey Kong is.
So you're racist. Oh,
yes,
okay,
I'm racist against primates.
Or speciesist, or whatever. But anyway, yes, in case my thinly veiled, not even subtle remarks weren't getting it across. This is our second time recording this because I waited until the day it was supposed to go up, and so to edit it and put it up, and because I hadn't said anything, Austin assumed that I would I had everything ready, because why wouldn't I? It was the day of. It was like an hour before it went up, or maybe it was the time it was supposed to go up. I don't know. But he deleted the audio, and we didn't want to send it into the computer shop to retrieve these audio files. So now we are doing it again. But that's fine. It's a fun game.
So if you were wondering why there were all of a sudden Brian having solo podcasts about random shit,
that was why.
That's why.
No, I didn't all of a sudden think that people cared what I thought about anything. It was just content for content's sake. Though I do think I expressed some poignant opinions on Black Panther, but that is just me. That is just me. Anyway, so yeah, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. It's a little annoying to me that this game is called Tropical Freeze, even though we don't hit any freezing until the last level. I thought that the ice motif was gonna last throughout the entire game, which I'm kind of glad it didn't, because that would get really samey. But that's what I thought. But we don't actually get to anything frozen until the last level. To the point where I'm not even sure why they decided to call it Tropical Freeze anyway. I guess they wanted the last boss to have some
I'm pretty sure they called it Tropical Freeze because the entire premise is that a bunch of ice-controlling monsters froze the island. The main island.
I understand that, but that doesn't have
any... it's right fucking there. Thank you.
That doesn't really have any implications until the last level.
It has horrible implications for the ecosystem.
Well, of course it does. Of course it does. I'm just saying it doesn't really impact the gameplay at all until the last level. We see the penguin people way before that, and the only thing about them is that they're wearing Viking hats. And Vikings aren't inherently ice elementals, so they could have had that without the freezing aspect.
Probably.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, I don't know. They could have called it Penguin Panic or something along those lines. Even though the last boss is a walrus, I think, or the leader of the legion that took over.
Fucked it up again, Brian.
Yeah, well, I'm not good, Ariel. We know this already. I'm not good at platformers. The only game I'm good at is Star Fox 64 and maybe Animal Crossing. And I don't know how you would even be bad at Animal Crossing.
I was just gonna say, I don't know how you would be bad at Animal Crossing. Unless you never do favors for any of the villagers and, like, never make money and all you do is sell seashells and you don't pay off your house or anything. Like,
No. Man, I am always on top of this shit. Like, Tom Nook is my boy. Like, I never let him down. I always pay my bills. And everybody in the village loves me. Genji, who was my favorite villager for a while, just because he's a rabbit who looks like his ears are made of chocolate. I think it's cool. But he kept going, man, I want to leave this town. Now I go, don't you fucking dare leave this town, or I'll follow you and murder your family. And he's like, okay, you know what? Because of you, I guess I won't leave this town. And that went on for like a year. Like a literal, real-life year.
Yeah.
I would keep Genji in my town.
I did the same thing. I don't even remember who it was with. I feel like it may have been Stitches. Mm-hmm. Or possibly Muffy. Because Muffy, which I'm going to send Brian a picture of Muffy, because Muffy is my Animal Crossing spirit animal. And you might be like, why is that? Well, Muffy is a black sheep with goth makeup who has she has the Rococo furniture sets, which is like this fucking fancy ass Baroque set. And I'm like, this is literally me. This is literally me as an Animal Crossing character.
Like, you would be cool with being a sheep.
I like sheep. They're cute.
Right.
They're also a little stupid, but they're cute.
I wasn't saying like there's anything wrong with a sheep. I was just it's a very specific animal.
I still have her in my camp, in Pocket Camp, but I know in the 3DS one in New Leaf that I had her, and then I slowly bought most of the Rococo set from her, and then I managed to get the rest from buying it from other people. So I got the entire Rococo set. And it's my new favorite set. It's much better than the Regal sets.
I also downloaded Pocket Camp, and I never play it. Like, but I don't want, even though it's taking up a lot of space in my phone, I don't want to delete it because I really like the color scheme of my van.
Yeah.
And I want to get rid of it.
I don't think you even friended me.
I didn't know you played. Like,
okay, to be fair, I took a really long time to start playing. I skipped the initial part where everyone played it. I didn't start playing until a few months ago when my cousin was playing it, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about Pocket Camp.
Yeah. I only downloaded it because it's Animal Crossing and it's free, and I've been on Animal Crossing withdrawal since, like, fucking City Folk. No! Yeah, City Folk, because I never played New Leaf.
Dude, you should do New Leaf, though.
Well, another one's gonna come out for the Switch, like, next year. So
yeah, but New Leaf, like, hands down, I think New Leaf is the best one.
I mean, I assume...
I don't know if see, the reason why I didn't play Pocket Camp when it was new, or brand new, was because I wasn't really in the mood. And even now, with it, I'll go a few months without playing. But right now, I'm trying to get as much Leaf tickets as possible because they're doing all the Halloween shit.
Right.
So, I started playing when the first again, after a few months, because the first Halloween event started, where you were collecting bass for Jack. And I'm trying to save up to get all the spoopy backgrounds, which is expensive. And they reissued the Gothic Rose furniture set, which I wish they would have just reissued it entirely instead of just doing it from stamps, because I did the math. And if you want to try and buy everything with stamps, it's like 500 Leaf tickets to get one completed stamp card, roughly. So, if something costs one card, that's 500 tickets. If it costs 2 cards, that's 1,000 tickets. And I'm like, wow, this is really not worth it to get an outfit I want. It's going to cost like 2,000 tickets just to buy it, because you can only buy it with the finished stamp cards. So,
But could
never
you pay
mind.
real world money for it though?
Yeah, if you want to pay enough money to get 1,000 tickets and then buy the cookies to get the stamps, to get the completed stamp card to trade for the fucking old furniture pieces.
How much actual money would that cost?
I think I did do the math. Because the most you would definitely have to buy. The one that gives you 600 or 800 is $21. So, you would need to spend at least $21.
Okay, that's kind of unacceptable.
Yeah, no, it's like one of the things that my friend and I were both complaining about is they've added too many things to spend money on the same time. So if you're trying to not spend like $40 for shit that doesn't matter, it's difficult because I have actually a piece of paper where I was doing all the math over there. To get all of the spoopy stuff that I had was like, I feel like it was like 1,200 tickets. I'm like halfway there right now. Actually, no, I have 2 out of 5. I still need another like 600 or 500 tickets to get the entire spoopy background set. And I made the choice after I did the calculations of how expensive it would be to get the Gothic Rose stuff, which I really wanted. That shit was right up my alley.
Right.
It was elegant and edgy, and that's my life. So, that's why fucking Muffy is my Animal Crossing spirit animal. She finishes her sentences with Nightshade. That's her word.
Are you gonna just start saying Nightshade now at the end of every?
I should just do that. I should just go up to people and be like, "Hey, what's up, Nightshade?" And be like, "What?
Are you calling me Nightshade, or should I be insulted?" I don't. Now, are there any penalties for not having played for a long time?
Not really. That's one of the good. As somebody who pops in and out, sometimes I play every day, and other times I don't touch it for months. I haven't noticed a penalty, but you're definitely rewarded for not skipping days.
Right.
Because the daily rewards, if you sign in every day in the 1 week period for the rewards, you get Leaf tickets on the third or fourth day and the 7th day you get Leaf tickets.
Okay.
So, if you're trying to save up Leaf tickets, spending the least amount of money, then that is definitely in your best interest, as well as participating in whatever event is going on currently, because usually some of the rewards for the event are Leaf tickets. The first event with the bats, definitely gave more Leaf tickets than the current event, which is a Pokeball scavenger hunt. It's not Halloween themed, it's just Pokemon. Because that one I think is only giving you like 20 Leaf tickets. But I do have a giant Eevee plush now, which is so big I can't even put it in my yard. Because I changed my garden to a cemetery.
What?
Why are these videos at the end of the playlist?
Why are they at the end of the playlist?
Look at the last 2 videos on this playlist you made.
That was an accident. I don't know how that happened.
Ryan, you added videos you were watching to the wrong playlist.
I didn't want to add these to any playlist.
How did you even?
I don't know. Okay, for context, at the end of this playlist that I made just so we could watch it, there's Startup Community, the film, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, all movies reviewed and ranked, part 3. And I know I watched those videos. I didn't even watch the Startup Community one all the way through. It's like 51 minutes, and it wasn't that interesting. So, I don't... And this isn't the watch later list or anything, so I don't know.
I don't know, but that's funny. Can we talk about how you're exterminating the dodos?
Well, I'm just speeding up the process.
Yeah, but that's what we did in
like,
real life. We ate them to death.
We did?
Yeah.
Really?
Apparently dodos were exceptionally tasty. And stupid.
Right.
Which
I mean,
is a
that's
bad combination when humans discover you exist.
So, wait, does that mean if it weren't for human consumption, they would still be alive, or would they still be extinct?
They would probably still be alive. Like, they only went extinct in, like, the 1800s or something. It was fairly recently.
Yeah, that's not that long ago. But, I mean, fuck, if the panda can still exist, then the dodo bird would.
Yeah, I
probably
feel
be
like I don't think the dodo had a lot of natural predators. Like, I feel like it would because it was a stupid flightless bird. But it was only on the one island.
See, I was under the impression that they died because they kept like running off of cliffs and doing stupid shit like that.
No, no. It's we.
Okay.
I am 90% sure we ate them.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, that reminds me. Like, you know how it's difficult to get pandas to reproduce, and like they're really persnickety about that. Apparently, they're not supposed to be eating bamboo. Like,
yeah, I've heard that too.
Apparently, they're supposed to be carnivores, but they're just so fucking lazy that they only eat what's with arm's reach, and that's why they eat bamboo. And their body, like their teeth, can't really process it correctly.
I lied. The last recording sighting of a dodo was 1662. So that's still pretty recent, but not as recent as I said.
Yeah, not quite as recent. Does what you're looking at confirm that it was human involvement?
Well, the bird was fearless and flightless, so it would just walk right up to people who would then kill it.
Okay.
And they suspect that it was already possibly endangered before humans discovered it, because it went extinct very quickly after that.
Right. Unless they just really, really like their dodos.
Yeah.
But, that's funny, because, geese are pretty fearless. But I was running earlier today.
Mean, though.
I was running earlier today, and, like, I was running through a flock of geese, because it was the only pathway. And, they all walked away from me pretty quickly. And I'm like, what? I have expected them to attack me, which would have been bad because I was like near the end of my run and super tired, and there was no way I was going to be able to sprint away.
You would have gotten an adrenaline rush. You would have been fine.
I don't know. Like,
Brian, you still have a fight or flight response, and I can guarantee it would be flight.
Okay, excuse you, first of all.
Okay, if you start getting attacked by a flock of geese, I don't think your first reaction is going to be to punch them.
Yeah, that would be difficult. Like, I've tried to strategize what I would do if a goose attacked me. I feel the only conclusion I can draw is I would try to like grab its neck and like just slam it around, but its wings and feathers would make it very difficult to gain any speed to like smash it against the ground. So I'm not even sure that would work. And especially if a bunch of geese ganged up on me, which they would, because they're like a mob.
See, and here my thing is, I'm like, if I just give them a head bob, I forgot about that. Normally, if I give them a little head nod, they kind of nod their head back, and they leave me alone. So
you're a goose whisperer.
I kind of was watching them interact with each other, and did that in college, and I was like, well, whatever. Use hippogriff logic. If you bow to it slightly, it kind of bobs back and just sort of was like, okay, I see you. I got you.
I mean, this seems like a good way to weaponize the geese. What else will they do for you if you bow to them?
They mostly just kind of don't attack you. And you know what? At the time, that's really all I wanted.
Right? You know, that's the minimum anyone can really ask for, really.
It's time for the main event.
Yeah, no. Let's talk about the bosses of this game, even though you've never played it. So I know I think I said this last time we recorded, but I like the bosses' designs, but they last entirely too long.
What is with the big bushy eyebrows?
Oh, well, you know, he's a Viking. And Vikings have bushy I don't think that's true. I don't know what the bushy eyebrows are for. That might be just a seal thing. Is that a seal or a sea lion?
I thought it was a walrus.
Oh, shit. No, walrus is... Walrus? I think they're bigger and they have... Well, actually...
I mean, he doesn't have the big bushy nose, I don't think, so maybe he is a seal. But he seems pretty big for a seal.
Yeah. Let's just call it a
purple
walrus.
sea urchins.
I know.
Collect it. You need 5 of them, Brian.
I love how
I guess it doesn't want you to collect it.
Yeah, no. I love how expressionless it is. Like, oh, I'm just bouncing. I'm just being my sea urchin self.
Why would
Whatever.
it keep doing that attack if you can only hit it when he slides at you? Why would he slide at you?
This is the logic of all bosses. That can do multiple things, but exactly one of those things makes them vulnerable to attack. It doesn't even hurt you more. So, like, look, if there was like some type of risk-reward structure to this, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Because, like, the boss would be thinking, oh, you know, I'm vulnerable, but if I hit him, it'll do more damage if I do this. So, you know, I'm just going to do it.
I mean, that's sort of what he was doing there with the belly flop. Was that, okay, if I hit him, he's going to be squished.
Right, but it doesn't actually do more than one heart. Like, if attacks could do more damage, like, in the actual game, that would be one thing, but it doesn't matter how he hits me, I still only lose one heart at a time.
Well. Oh no, he's sending the penguin squad.
You know, I kind of want to do this. I kind of want to slide on my belly down a half pipe.
Go do it right now. Take your camera, take your mic, right now. Just go.
I don't know where I can find a half pipe though.
I mean, I know where a few parks are. Look, another purple sea urchin.
And they kill my ass.
Yeah,
against its will, or maybe this is what it wants. I don't know.
Oh, the cutscene does change with the partner. I was wondering if it actually did or not.
No, it does. It would be weird if it didn't. But I usually just switch kind of randomly between Diddy and Dixie, because they both basically have the same advantage, and you have to time it a little differently with them. But like I don't think there's like a distinct advantage between the both of them. So it just like depends on my mood. Or, you know, if I fuck up and stop the barrel from spinning. And get Cranky Kong, God forbid.
What does Cranky Kong do besides tell you to get good?
He has the DuckTales style cane that lets you bounce around, but doesn't help you with platforming at all. In fact, I think it allows you to bounce off of spikes and shit. So, you know, it's good for that, but usually if I fell on the spikes, I fucked up anyway. So I just like to avoid just being around the spikes in general, honestly.
Yeah.
Now that was annoying, like, because at the end of every boss, like, you can punch him a bunch of times, and I super look forward to that, because it's fun to watch, but you have to wait a second before you start mashing, because if you mash immediately when you see the button prompt, like, you know, I've been taught by every single game I've ever played, it just punches him once. And like
lame.
I know, I agree. But yeah, that's the part. So, in aerial fashion, tune in next time for more Dankey Kang.
I feel like that was not the appropriate way to say it.
I feel like it doesn't matter what you think, because it's my fucking channel. It's my fucking team, yeah. It's my fucking squad.
Okay.
I
I didn't need to start nothing, okay?
Yeah,
Fine.
this is what I thought you
Fine.
said.
Fine.